Yes.
Alert. I had to press the red light immediately because I looked
Are the
over.
lights even?
Yes.
Okay, they're on us.
Yes.
Okay.
Just be quiet.
Okay.
Be quiet.
Okay.
I just looked over at you in your new cat sweater, which is so cute.
Thank you so much. Well, happy October 1st.
You're drinking a nice coffee.
Yes.
You are, okay, y'all.
This is 3 days old.
No.
I got this 3 days ago.
I just like.
And I can't stand the taste of coffee so much that it's taken me 3 days. I just keep putting new ice in it. And I keep
just hurt
trying.
my back laughing. I just pulled a muscle.
Yeah.
That's 3 days old. Okay, then I
3
don't.
days. And I keep putting it back in the fridge and then just putting more ice in it until it's going to dilute it so much that it won't taste like coffee anymore. And I just thought that I would bring it here and try to look like a sophisticated girly.
No, the reason I had to immediately start this is because I had written down that I am going to give you a hard time because you're shopping so much.
Yeah.
And I love that. And I had said to you over text, I am keeping a list of things she has changed her mind about over the years. There's 3 things: cats,
Yes.
Disney adults,
Yes.
and now shopping.
I was thinking about getting a Disney tattoo the other day.
You have fully subscribed to Disney life.
Tiffany and I we went to a charity event together, and then we went over to Disco Honey for their 2-year birthday.
Yes, so she texts me.
Yeah.
And we're texting about some other random thing, and she's like, well, I am at Disco Honey doing some shopping. And I wrote her in all caps and was like, what has happened to you?
It seemed like it has been a shopping heavy kind of last 2 weeks, and we haven't seen each other since then. So now it's all she can think about is that I'm shopping. But I have
without me.
I have a partnership with Belk. You were invited to that. You did not show.
Wait, what was I invited to?
Everything. I'm just like, hey, come to the grand opening. Why? Everywhere I am, you are supposed to be. At least people think so. I went to the event and people were like, where's Kristen?
Oh,
I'm
that's nice.
I don't know where Kristen is. She certainly has been watching my stories. I guess she needs a personal invite. But no, like anywhere I am,
I'm allowed to go.
Well, you're supposed to, I think.
Okay.
Now it's a part of a business contract.
Okay.
They do expect you to be there. So like fix your life. So I had this partnership with Belk because they have an outlet opening at Northlake.
Yes.
And so I had to go like 3 days, basically, because I had to create content.
You were there. You were back to back to back.
I had to shop. I had to have outfit reveals. I had to have all that sort of stuff. So I was buying, but I mean, they gave me a fatty gift card to do so.
I mean, that's so nice.
So I had to use it. I mean, what am I going to do?
I'm just living for it.
I know.
All the content that's coming out
Yes.
is you shopping.
It is. And then
the sweater.
I did 2 Walmart try-ons back to back because I have a big goal set for myself on LTK this month.
Okay.
I'm trying to hit it and I'm so close. So please go shop my links. This actually will come out too late. This is going to come out October 1st.
You know what? But I'm glad you're saying that because I love that you've set a goal.
Yes.
And so we will alert the podcasts this week.
Great.
That they should be using your links, and we're going to all try to help Miranda hit her goal. I really like that you've done that.
Thank you. I really am trying to set goals.
That's good.
It's not something I do naturally. I don't either.
I'm not a goal setter person, but then when I do it, I'm a new lady.
You feel extra good.
I'm hustling. I am grinding.
Yeah.
I am pushing. Yeah.
I mean, we have to.
Yeah.
We do have to.
We've got some goals. We've got to.
We're exhausted. But
We've got a lot to do this next month.
We do, and we will. And we will. And today is going to be a business meeting after the recording.
You know.
Yeah, we do.
A lot to talk about.
We have so much to talk about.
The point of all of this is for me to say when I saw her with this iced coffee, I was triggered.
Yeah.
Because I wrote.
I have not changed my mind on this.
Well, I wrote a list.
Yeah, don't worry.
I said, what is next? Iced coffee.
No.
Skincare / Botox.
No.
Using bad grammar. Parking in handicap spots.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Now, I mean, these are moral.
They're right and wrong.
They're right and wrong, not incorrect versus correct. Did everybody learn something in that? I'm glad. I really hope so. I mean, we didn't hear any feedback about it, but
we didn't. I'm actually, it's shocking to me the things that we do hear feedback about. I think people are itching for us to talk about Diddy.
Oh,
we have been sent so much Diddy content from people.
Much. Yes.
People have conspiracies. They're wondering what our hot takes are. This is what the people want. And I think it's because we blew the whistle on it 6 months ago.
You did.
Because,
you were the one.
Yes.
You were like, I'm seeing these things on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, well, I think that Diddy's kind of always been bad news bears, but he's just been slinking. He's a snake in the grass, and he's just been slithering about.
He's a sniper from the side.
That's right, as we've learned on The Housewives. And he now it's come out, it seems like allegedly, that he was recording all of these freak-offs all the time. Yes. So he was using the recorded information as blackmail to these people. Like, you're never going to speak out about me because I have everything on tape.
It's so bad.
And so these people are literally like, and he is paying hush money to a lot of people too. Yes. So between the tapes, the blackmail, and the hush money, no one was saying anything except for that Jaguar girl.
Yep.
She was speaking.
Yes.
Cat Williams was saying things.
Yes, I think there were enough rumblings that things were starting to leak out. And then who was it, a bodyguard that had the audio? Have you heard this?
No.
His bodyguard, now that he's been arrested,
okay.
This guy doesn't care. And he said, I've been saving this. He posted it to Twitter. And it's his face, and he's talking, and he's saying, I did an audio recording of something that was happening behind a bathroom door.
Oh, boy.
And so he plays it, and it is explicit. And you're not seeing anything. You're only hearing it. But it's Diddy and another dude, and it's very explicit.
Yeah, so like Diddy's into the dudes.
Yeah.
So it's really Duty. P. Duty. I think is the new name. He likes to change his names. I wish that he would have just gone with Duty. Let us know. Let us know. It's fine. It's acceptable. You're allowed to do anything now. Why are we hiding this?
This is your original moment. No one else has thought of this. P. Duty from now on.
P. Duty and not O-O. We're talking dude. D-U-D-E-Y.
But also,
P. Duty. He's into the dudes. He is into the dudes.
Into the dude. I think he's into all of it. Obviously,
he's into all of it.
Y'all know they found all the baby oil. You said that was triggering for you because your mom loves baby oil.
Yeah, no one loves Johnson & Johnson baby oil like Mary Thomas loves baby oil.
That's what she had on when Josh first met her on the lawnmower.
Yes, well, she slathered it on to tan with, but she also, after every single shower,
that's what she
while she is still like in the shower and just a little damp.
And that's smart.
She slathers herself with baby oil.
That's very smart, Mary.
It keeps her hydrated and smells delish.
And so
she doesn't wear scent. You just get that kind of wafting of baby oil
so
smell.
That is her body smell is the oil. Exactly. And so that is a smell to you that is precious.
Exactly. And now I got to think about Diddy with his 1,000 bottles of Johnson & Johnson baby oil.
It's just so shocking.
And I said, I'm sorry, Mom. I just can't look at you the same way.
It's not good. And then
I can't smell you the same way.
You smell like Duty.
Sorry, yeah, you smell like P. Duty. And then someone, of course, because the internet never fails, someone put Sean Johnson & Johnson.
Sean Johnson & Johnson.
You know, Sean John was his big clothing label.
Don't you think that we're at a place with comedy and / the internet where things don't even have a chance to be serious anymore?
No, I know. And that's the problem with this.
It's a little bit of a problem.
I'm holding back from some of the stuff I'm sharing.
I know.
Because it's like, listen, we're not trying to make light of what these victims went through and the people who have been muzzled, right?
Yes.
And haven't been comfortable to come forward, and the people he's abused. And I'm talking physical, sexual, verbal, like every kind of abuse that there is.
Yes.
P. Duty was doing it.
Ugh.
And so I am trying to be careful with it, but at the same time, we can hold space for two truths.
We can.
Right? So he's horrific. I hope he gets locked up for a very long time, till death, whatever. And the internet is so clever.
It's so good.
It's so clever. People are so clever in what they think of that it's like life is serious enough, and this case is serious enough, and the courts will do what they need to do. And you know who will be at that trial?
Ooh.
Your girl. I will be there.
Okay, so
I will be there.
Does that mean I have to be there?
I've already discussed this with you. Go back 7 minutes ago. People are expecting us to be there together reporting live.
Honestly, if I'm going to go to one.
That's the one.
And if anyone else tags along, it's Pam because she did pray for his demise.
She did, and she's getting what she wants. And hopefully the Tennessee fans are shaking in their cowgirl boots.
Shaking and quaking. And we've gotten a couple DMs. And listen, ticked it down 1%. Okay. I was at a very high level of distaste and hatred, and I'll bring it down one because a couple of very sweet girls who
What'd
are
they say?
well, just who,
Because you were fielding those DMs because I was not.
yeah. I mean, just
It's too new.
yeah, no one coming, but people who were just like, we feel ashamed. We are so sorry to hear that our fans acted like that. I promise most of us are really great and fun, and I totally believe
We
that.
said that on the episode.
I'm just saying these folks
Were horrific.
These folks are horrific, and they are the ones who are the recipients of my wow award forever, my hatred forever.
Absolutely. Someone did send me the athletic director's number and was like, you need to call the athletic director and let him know because they need to like put out a PSA to their fans that this is unacceptable behavior.
Honestly, I love that idea.
I was like, oh my God, am I impacting change?
You
Like,
are.
I don't.
The hope and change starts here in this podcasting room.
I mean, won't she do it?
Won't she do it?
And I'm with her, and I guess it's Pantsuit Nation,
And
I'm here just to enact the change I want to see in the world.
and you're making herstory.
I am making. That's the one I was looking for. I'm like,
How many?
There's so many of them. Which one is it? Herstory. That's the one I was looking for. I am making Tennessee volunteer herstory. I just need, but then there were other people who were like, this is what an ACC fan is.
I know.
You know,
some
like-
people were coming alongside like, yep, we always knew it.
They're like, if I have to hear Rocky Top one more time,
Yes.
one more time.
Oh, I was DMing with the Oklahoma girl because she was like, yes, please root against them. They're the worst. You know? So I've gained a lot of friends. I've gained some enemies. I've gained some frenemies. So who am I keeping closer? My enemies.
Absolutely.
If I know nothing, I know
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
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 So guys, it's October 1st. Welcome to All That to Slay.
You remembered.
We'll do it in
Oh, shoot.
2 and 2.
No. That was supposed to be.
Hold on.
Oh, I don't have it anymore.
Oh, dang.
I had to replace the 2 and 2.
With the 2 and 2. It's okay.
Well, we're not ready for 2
You
and 2.
can only do so much.
Okay.
There's only 8 buttons.
1, 2, 3. We'll use the
power of friendship.
All That to Slay. It's October. It's magic. It's spooky. It's
Ooh.
scary.
And look at her. She's wearing
Okay.
spider webs on her sheer shirt.
Look
How
at
many sheer shirts do you own?
probably 15. Now, 18.
I don't own a single sheer shirt. Also not easy to say.
Sheer shirt.
Not easy to slay. Hey. But hers have spider webs.
These are
I have cats, obviously.
Look at us.
Black cats.
We are in
to be
theme.
specific. So yeah, we didn't plan that.
Yeah.
However, when I did walk in, I was in my fall fit.
She
and she
was.
said, please tell me you brought something for spooky season.
And I just knew it. I knew that you had, because I had seen the Walmart sweaters from one of your 100 try-ons that you did.
2, but yes.
And I,
It just feels like a lot because when you are used to seeing 0, me doing 2 Walmart try-ons feels like a lot. It feels like, what'd you say? 1,000? Yeah.
100.
100. It does feel like a lot. I mean, I'm trying so hard, you guys. I'm trying so hard to be an influencer. It's like after
know.
7 years, I just feel like I really need to give this a shot.
Do you feel like you see success with the influencing, with the clothing type stuff, or do you see more success when you do other type influencing things? If that's cooking stuff, if it's people just want clothes.
People want clothes. Yes, people want clothes. And I'm also just very inspired by this girl, Bobby.
Bobby.
Are you following Bobby with the Eye? Are you getting fed Bobby with the Eye
I
content?
don't think I've even ever heard of this person. I
Okay.
will look while you tell me.
Look at it, Bobby, Bobbi.
Okay.
Okay, Bobby with the Eye. This girl, meteoric rise. Okay, when I started following her, maybe 2-3 months ago.
Oh yeah, she's at 3.9 million.
No, different one. Hold on.
Oh no, it took me to Bobby, the podcasting girl.
Oh, not that girl. Wow. I mean, speaking of
Okay, here we are.
meteoric rise.
Bobby with the Eye.
Yeah.
36.5 thousand.
Okay, but when I started following her like 2 or 3 months ago, she was under 10K.
No way.
And she's so good. She's so good at what she does. She puts together Get Ready With Me's, A Day in the Life ofs. She's a full-time working mom recruiter of 2 preteen teen girls. She is a wife. She is driving her kids to practice. She is doing all the things, but she's so authentic, so relatable, so kind. You can just tell that this is a genuinely great human being.
Yeah, she seems like it. I'm just
So I
looking
started
through.
following her and was like, dang, if this girl with a full-time job in the office, 2 very busy sports kids. She's got a dog. She's got all the things. I'm like, if she can be cranking out a try on every day or every other day, Miranda, get it together. For real, like get it together.
Okay, then I'm gonna not give you a hard time. Well, maybe a little bit.
Yeah,
still.
you still can, but I don't think I've changed my opinion on shopping. I will say this.
Well, yeah. So
I'll say this.
Okay,
and this is what I wrote her back.
You did say this, and you are correct.
Correct. If you are a size 12, 14, and 5'2", which I was 18 months ago.
Yes.
There's not a lot of clothes for you just sitting around making you feel good.
You're right.
Short and wider.
Yeah, deep and wide.
Yeah. Deep and wide.
There's a fountain flowing
deep and wide.
Yeah, that was you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was like, what's the next thing? Deep and wide. I'll just keep repeating it. So there wasn't a lot for me. Did I still try to make it work? Did I still try to rock that body?
And I think anyone would say that you did.
I feel like I was successful.
But I think it took you more work to find the pieces that fit your body because you are shorter.
Mm-hmm.
That just adds a whole extra layer of complication to it.
Because guess what? If you're 5'2", but wearing a size 14, if you're wearing a size 14, the clothing brands assume that you are 5'8",
right.
5'9". They assume that you're taller. So every pant was a foot too long. So that was hard. So then you're just trying to like, now I have to hem everything. Who wants to do that when you're already spending, money to buy new clothes? So it's harder to shop for sure when I was that size and height. My height hasn't changed, but obviously the size has. And guess what? Clothing brands do make a lot of clothes. They are made for size 2 and 4 girls. We know that. We know that they are creating clothes for supermodels.
Yes.
For people to just grab and wear.
Grab and go.
The majority of people are not supermodels, but they are still designing clothes for the smaller body type.
Things you can walk in and pull off the rack and are just going to fit.
So now I'll
say this too. I mean, we've giggled about how in a lot of these boutiques and places, the extra smalls always go first, and it's really, really hard.
It's the cross. It's the cross, Kristen. I said to her, I cannot believe like how fast extra smalls and smalls go. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, welcome to being small.
Yeah.
And
that's why we're all mad at the Ozempic girls, because now they're taking our clothes. So we just need boutiques to catch up and realize that everyone is thin.
Then we finally got to the root why the small girls were pissed. It wasn't just that they were delighted to walk around being the best in the world, but it was that all the extra smalls and smalls go really, really quickly in a store. And so I said to Kristen, man, the cross you have bared here.
But what I was going to say with that is like, when you are a smaller frame, you can also sometimes you can just grab a medium, let's say, and now you have like a very cute oversized look. And I actually like to do that.
People have turned off. They said, and that's enough. Oh, a medium's oversized. Off.
But seriously,
you were born small. You have a small frame, Kristen. There's nothing you can do about that.
No.
This is just your genetics.
But I'm speaking to what you're saying is now you can walk in a store.
Yes.
And even if the small is gone, you can easily grab the medium.
You can always
throw
go
that
up
on, and it's going to fit and be very cute on you.
You can always go up, and I could not come down.
You could not come down.
I could not. It's not like I could walk into a store and be like, yeah, I mean, I'll just grab the small and like see if it fits.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
yes,
you now have
that makes sense.
That flexibility of size ranges.
Yeah.
And also, let's be clear, these stores, the sizing is so wackadoodle-doo.
So whack.
I don't, and I know some people call that vanity sizing, and it depends on the brand. For me, I just find it's like every single piece of clothing is different. I don't even care what the brand is. You have to try
on everything.
You have to try on everything.
But you are famous for telling me that when I was my old size, you're like, just try on everything. You never know. Roll up the sleeves. Yeah. Give yourself a little crop. Like stitchy it if you need to. Mm-hmm. You will have to alter clothes, but you can make it work. And really, I mean, you're the one who got me in dressing rooms just throwing anything on and seeing what sticks.
Seeing what sticks.
But yes, it is easier now. Of course, it's easier now. So does it
would
make
you
shopping,
say you're enjoying it?
No, because my attention span still can't handle it. The way you do it, you've watched me literally power down.
Yeah.
I will go in, guns blazing, thinking, okay, let's do a try on. Let's keep putting them on and come out and show each other. And about 10 minutes in, I say, I'm done. I'm not even going to try on the rest of those. I have found one good thing. That's good enough for me. I'm sitting on the couch and you keep doing you because I just don't have it in me. I power down.
You know what? Gigi's the same way. She
Yeah.
cannot stand to shop.
No.
She does not want to shop because I'm like, I love like a Marshalls. Take me to a Marshalls and let me.
You will
I
go
will
through
look at
every-
every single piece of clothing because I've shopped enough in my life now that I know immediately if it's a yes or no. Period. End of story. But for Gigi, I've told her that. She's like, that is my nightmare.
It is.
Standing in a Marshalls for an hour looking through racks.
Bella wants to go thrifting all the time on her birthday. She's like, can we go to the Goodwill in Raleigh? I said, sure, of course, let's go. She does. She goes hanger by hanger.
Yep.
Looking at every single piece.
Because you might miss something.
From shirts to the dresses to the jackets to the tops to this. I said, there's got to be an old office chair that someone has dropped off at this Goodwill. I will go find it. I will sit there. You just keep bringing pieces to me and I'll say yes or no, honey.
You're sitting with the husbands holding all the purses.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Do y'all love those accounts? There is an account that's just like guys shopping.
Yeah.
Or guys tired shopping or whatever.
Sitting in the chair and they've got the woman's like oversized bag and they're just looking at the floor.
Yeah. That's me. I'm
you.
amongst all the men. I'm
That's
like,
you at Goodwill with Bella.
certainly there's a game on that we can watch on my phone, guys. And we do. And I bond with many men that way.
Many men.
Many men.
Many men. Speaking of Fofty, let's take it back to P. DUDEY.
Oh, P. DUDEY, but Fofty is coming for him.
Fofty's been making a secret documentary, you guys.
For 10 years, they said.
He has been secretly planning this and now he's starting to release. What?
And Fofty doesn't care. See, here's the thing with Fofty. And if y'all don't know, it's 50 Cent. But somewhere along the way, who was it, Lala, that accidentally called him Fofty?
No,
or
it was Rand.
Rand accidentally called him Fofty, so then he became 50 Cent in the Bravo sphere.
Yeah, in
okay?
the Bravo universe, he said, please, Fofty, no, I can't. And then Fofty wrote back, money by Monday.
Money by Monday. And now Lala and Fofty are cool because, Rand is the worst.
Yeah.
Speaking of terrible people. So that's why we call him Fofty. But 50 Cent, he has the thing, he's not scared.
No.
Why? He's already been shot at. Like, Fofty's already taken bullets.
Many men. Exactly. They've tried to take him out for years.
He's kind of like, what do I have to lose?
Yeah, no. He's not afraid of anybody.
He's already walking around with a bulletproof vest.
Yeah.
Like every day of his
He
life.
really does.
He does.
He wears a wife beater with the bulletproof vest.
He is one of those. And
He
I
does.
wonder what he calls it. And maybe we need to get him on the phone and say, Fofty, are you calling it a wife beater, sir?
Fofty, call in to our new hotline.
Yes.
Tell us if you call it a tagless tank.
Yeah,
Or a
tagless
wife
white
beater.
tank, ribbed tank. But for those who are lost, we deep dived. Words that were shocked are still in the lexicon, the popular phrases, and we did it on one of our episodes. And I just had
We
to bring
did it on
two
our
things.
Patreon. So if you haven't heard it, you're not on our Patreon.
on Patreon, and there were two words.
Yeah, two phrases.
There are two phrases that I'm still shooketh by. And so one of them we're already giving away is wife beater. Why are we still using it? Can't figure it out. I don't know. And then there's another one. So if you want to know what that other one is, you need to subscribe to Patreon.
to the Patreon.
And we have lots of there's 60 episodes or 60 pieces of content over there, you guys. So if you're wanting more, if you're missing us or whatever, you can always go to Patreon and have a lot more. I mean,
Of course
one
they're
of them-
missing us.
Of
Yeah.
course they are. I mean, one of them was a 3-minute video we tried to make while in Costa Rica, and it is so unhinged. And we packed a lot into those 3 minutes. Matt got mad at Kristen.
Matt got mad at me because I had a cigar in
She
my
was
hand.
smoking a cigar. I'm definitely giving a little bit white wine tipsy.
Yes. And then didn't it, the camera fell? Or no, it
It ran out of storage,
ran
which
out of
it
storage.
always does. And but yeah, it almost fell because the suction cups got released from it was just like unhinged. But we try to do that. We need to do that more. We need to go on there and just like randomly record something. So maybe today, this is going to be a promise to y'all.
A promise.
It's a promise that I'm going to make and I'm going to keep.
Yes.
And we will go sometime today. We will throw up a video on there of us just like shooting the
onto Patreon.
Yeah.
I am going to upload, well, by now you guys have seen it, our Thursday episode, because only the patrons are going to get to see baby Kitty.
That's a very good idea.
Only y'all are
That's
going
a
to
very
get to
good
see,
idea.
because it's actually so fun to watch us record.
Oh, I bet it is.
Last Thursday's
I can't wait to watch it.
Oh yeah, you're going to love it. because we're sitting here having these discussions about Taylor Swift and our WOW awards and all this stuff. And there's just a cat just like in your lap, in my lap, on the soundboard, climbing up, jumping down. Then I have to stand up and get the cord because she's going to knock it over. It's so chaotic, but we are professional.
And no one would know if they were just listening.
And we kept it together.
Yeah, we did.
And then she went out with a purr. Oh, she went out with a purr.
She's already on the payroll.
She...
Excuse me, I have a furball in my throat just talking about her. She's already on the payroll. I mean, she was on cue. Hey, kitty, purr.
And then I asked her to meow like halfway through, and she was like, meow. She's a star.
She's a star.
Oh, speaking of.
And she has highlighter down her nose. I mean, what more do you want? Like, this cat already came with makeup.
Yeah. It came with makeup.
Like, of course, Kristen found the one cat on the road with highlighter down the middle of her nose. It's perfect.
She needs to set her like to know it goals as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think she could sell a lot.
Okay, Fofty, is that where we were?
Yeah, Fafty.
But did we discuss? He's having a documentary. I cannot wait to watch it. I just don't think that people are really grasping. I think that there's some people in Camp DUDEY who are saying it sounds like this was just a bunch of like consensual adults getting freaky.
No.
Y'all, the feds don't just go after consensual adults having sex parties.
Yeah. And plenty of people are doing that.
Yes.
And the feds are not knocking on their door. So there is a reason. And they've been meticulously compiling evidence against him. They have been trying to really nail down, we're not going to go after this guy until we know for sure what we've got.
Yes. If you're trafficking, you are not allowed to buy people to have sex with. Like it's prostitution is only allowed in tiny little parts of our country. Like Reno.
Yeah.
Like there are some places I believe that still have the caveats, right?
Yeah.
You can go to that bunny house or whatever it's called. Like
Bunny Ranch?
Yeah, Bunny Ranch. That sounds right.
Yeah.
Sounds correct.
Correct.
Not right.
It's not right.
Not right, but it is correct. Okay?
Wow, that's a good example of the
Great
difference.
example.
Really good example talking about Bunny Ranch.
I guess it depends on the person. Some people would think that is morally right. But for us, I think we're saying it's not.
Yeah.
Okay? In our lives.
Yeah.
In our lives.
That's for us.
But yeah, you can't do that. You can't beat people into sexual submission. Like you can't beat them.
And you can't blackmail people by secretly recording them.
You also can't have assault rifles with their serial number scratched out, you guy.
Ooh.
Like if you're going to be a gun owner, you have to be a responsible gun owner. You have to have that registered.
Yeah.
That's why serial numbers are important. So we can track it back to the criminals.
Important.
But if you are scratching that out, there's a problem.
Yeah.
If you're recording people without their permission, that's a problem. Like there are many, if you are drugging people, if you are slipping drugs into drinks, that's a problem.
And then the underage stuff of it all.
Yes, the underage stuff. This is what I say, and we have said it forever. We are believers.
We are believers.
Always stood with Justin Bieber. Always have stood with Justin Bieber. And now it's looking more and more like that poor kid.
Yep.
No wonder he went a little bit rogue.
Yeah.
As he rounded his elder teen years and early adult years. I think that he has been through a lot. I think he's seen a lot. I think he's been subjected to way too much. Usher, I'm also looking at you.
Yeah.
Also looking at you.
Well, I didn't. So Usher.
I want to see how it all falls.
Several people deleted their Twitter.
Usher deleted every single thing. Pink deleted everything but 2.
But I find that, do we really think she's wrapped up in this? Was Megan Fox another one? I think that maybe she did. There were several big name people who are trying to scrub their socials.
I don't understand that because that's forever.
It's forever.
There's some server that has all of this. Yeah. But I guess it'll take time to dig that up.
Elon has it all. I mean, God bless that man because
he's got a lot.
He can pull anything. They can delete all they want, but he can pull it.
He has it.
He has it.
He has it. I'm very, very curious to see how all of this is going to shake out. And I hope that it is not another Epstein where one person in Ghislaine, she was guilty. I'm not saying she's not. But one woman took the fall for all these men.
You're right.
And I want to know why are none of them being held accountable for this stuff? And is DUDEY going to be the same? Is he, which he should take the fall because he is guilty, in my opinion. None of this is alleged anymore. He's guilty.
No, yeah.
Okay, put me on the jury. So he is going to take the fall, but I want to know everybody else. Stop hiding these people.
Yeah, why are we doing this?
Stop doing that. We should know who the creeps are so that we can stop liking them. Like, there's a lot of people in the entertainment and music industry I think we are going to be very shocked to find out about, and I'm ready to say goodbye.
Maybe. I mean, we know it's always about money, but there's part of me that's like, do they think if we were to know the Epstein list, if we were to know the DUDEY list, would it be so troubling and shocking to us as American society that we just couldn't even handle it? Would it be, let's say, 30 names to come out that it's just would be mind-boggling, and
but let us be the ones to decide that.
Yeah, I
let
think
us
we
be the
deserve
ones
to know.
decide that. And I think that it's people who have so much power in the media, news, all of that.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why it's not out yet. Because if all those people were innocent in this, if the heads of all of these different media companies were innocent, why not say it? So something tells me their noses aren't clean. Ooh, I can't wait to see.
This is going to be...
I can't wait to see how it all just shakes out.
Me too.
Me too. Actually.
And I do want to say, Justin Bieber, if you're listening to this,
And I hope you are.
you are beloved.
Beloved.
So many of us adore you.
So happy for you and Haley and baby.
And the new baby.
And what did they name that baby?
It was kind of a...
Jax?
I was going to say, it's like a regular name. It wasn't wackadoodle-doo.
No, it's a doodle-doo. I don't think that they named him Doodle-doo. But it is something, and it is cute. And I love this for Justin.
I do too.
I love this for him. I hope that he's doing well. I hope that
I do
he's
too.
so happy. And nothing like bringing a brand new baby into this world. It's the absolute best. I'm so happy for him.
I just feel like he's going to be flying under the radar.
Hopefully.
He's going to be very silent, I think, for the next long while.
Yeah.
And having a new baby is part of that, probably.
Yeah.
But also everything that's coming out, and I think some of the assumptions that we are all now having, looking back even at some of this footage of Justin and DUDEY, seeing and him and Usher, like now we're all looking at that in a different way.
In a different way. And what I hate for Justin is that this is all happening at the exact same time. Like, I'm hoping that the baby is a great distraction, but I also am hoping that it's not taking away from that.
I know.
Like, here, I finally welcomed like this baby into
it's
the world
tainted.
with my wife, and I have to be fielding all these phone calls and all these inquiries and everybody assuming these terrible things about me. I hope that none of them are right. Like, I genuinely don't think that he was abused at the hands of these men, but I don't know. I just really feel for him in a lot of different ways.
And I think too, if you are someone that has been abused in any sort of way, it's your choice to decide how you want to deal with it.
Yep.
If you're going to go to therapy, if you want to just put that aside in your brain and never think about it again, everybody deals differently, and that's on you to decide. And Justin, I think, has figured out and is making his way through life and had figured out how he was going to cope. Guess what? He didn't blow the whistle on DUDEY.
No.
He could have,
Yep.
but he didn't, because he was making an active choice to just lay low and forget that this ever happened. Well, now it's all anybody can talk about. And so this is like digging up old hurt and pain for him. And it makes me so upset for Justin.
Me too. And like I said, it's just the timing of it. This should be the happiest time in his life. And now it's tainted by DUDEY. And it just feels to me like DUDEY already got enough from him. Like he's already screwed him so many times.
Yeah.
And now here is just like one last time. Like, now this is all going to happen right when you have your brand new baby.
Well,
I hate that for him, but we love you, Justin.
We love you, Justin. We are continuing to pray for DUDEY's demise. We are going to pray for justice.
Justice and Justin.
Justice for Justin.
Or Justin's.
Justin's.
Sounds like it's giving gibbets.
It's giving Mike Pence Justin.
Where's the fly?
That's the name of the fly.
Where's the fly?
His name is Justin.
Oh, I can delete this. Are you ready to get into our 2 and 2?
Okay, now I can push our 2 and 2 button. Here it comes.
We'll do it in 2 and 2.
There it is. You said you had so many things to tell me.
So much to tell you, girl. I really haven't seen you.
You gotta parcel it out. You gotta really think about what it is you need to say here on this podcast on October 1st.
On October 1st. Okay, let me see if I have. Well, you go, and I'm going to see if I have a good a good, spooky season one to lead us off with.
Spooky season.
Okay.
That's what Matt and I say.
Because everyone now shortens it. We can't type season out anymore. It's got to be SZN. Is that why?
Spooky season.
I get that.
Okay. I'm so excited that it's now October and I can finally see what your response to this is.
Okay.
If October was a day of the week, what day of the week would you say October is?
Thursday. Why?
What time of day would you say it is?
October is 8 p.m. to 10 p.m.
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Okay, good. Did you have Thursday as well?
8 p.m. Thursday, October. And then the last one, and we won't align on this, but I'll just tell y'all what mine is. I believe October is 7 times 7 equals 49.
I like it.
Don't you think it is?
Yeah, I mean, I can.
Is there any other multiplication you think would be a better fit for October?
The only thing in my mind would be like 10 times 31 or 1 plus 0 plus 3 plus 1 because October is so Halloween-y for me.
Yeah.
So I would have gathered some of those numbers. I would have at least had a 1, a 3.
Okay, so you're a more literal way of thinking.
Yeah.
So I have seen this float around in years past.
Mm-hmm.
And Jen Davis, if you're listening to this, I know your brain is on rapid fire right now hearing this. Because the way that Jen, she told me this years ago, the way that she thinks about time, I believe, hopefully I'm saying this right. So she'll think about 2 p.m., but in her mind, she's visualizing 2 p.m. is like southwest 6 miles that way.
Yeah, I know that.
Do you know what I'm saying?
It's called something.
It's called something.
A lot of people with autism have this thing, which it's, and I cannot remember what the technical name of it. Like there's a medical term to it, but it's that they see numbers and colors, or colors and numbers, or they see something in directions, or whatever. And I kind of a little bit compare it to people who don't have an inner voice. There are people who do not have an inner voice. They don't when their mouth is not moving. There's nothing. There's no talking going on up here.
There's no constant inner voice.
I know,
and a lot of times it's British or some other or Australian. I mean, it is. It's one of the two.
Oh my gosh,
it is. And in my head, I'm talking in British, like in a British accent, but that's not what's coming out. I just need you to know.
I've never heard this about you. I'm discovering things about you all the time.
Yeah, that's what this podcast is for.
It is. I'm not in an accent. Ironically enough, not in a British.
I know.
Not in a British. I'm just American. I'm just me.
Okay.
I guess I'm prouder to be an American than you are. I guess. But yeah, I don't really think in colors. Like my kids will always be arguing about, is math red or is math blue?
Yes.
Is reading green or is science
Science is green.
Okay. For me, I think I grew up playing way too much Trivial Pursuit, and the categories that they give you on those cards.
Oh, and the little pie pieces.
And the pie pieces are a color. So I believe I think that science
was what?
I think science is orange on that. So then in my mind, when I'm thinking orange, or when I'm thinking of science and I'm going to have to pick out a folder. Remember when you were little and you had to grab a folder for each subject?
We do it every year.
My folders would oftentimes coordinate with the Trivial Pursuit colors that were assigned to those subjects.
That tracks for you very hard.
Right?
That it's related to a board game.
To a board game.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how my brain thinks. But my kids are like, no, math is red or math is blue and green is this. And I'm not passionate enough about it. Like I say, there are certain mountains I'm willing to die on. The colors having,
that's not going to be your personality.
The subjects having colors, no.
I just love stuff like this. When I saw this guy on the gram say 7 times 7 equals 49 is October, I got a chill up my spine. I said, it is October.
Well, that's very October. Chill up your spine.
Yes. That equation is giving October. So is Thursday and so is 8 p.m. And that's what I wrote down. And you got 2 of them. And I'm very proud of you.
Yeah. I can see how October feels like an even day. Also, I believe in even and odd days, right? So that's very much a thing for me because Monday and Wednesday or Friday are odd days.
Yes.
They're the 1st, the 3rd, and the 5th of the week.
It's true.
So then...
Yeah, I think
Tuesday
of those as 1, 3, 5.
Right, 1, 3, 5. Me too. Tuesday and Thursday are 2 and 4.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, it is.
So then when I think of October, I definitely think of it being an even day.
The human brain.
So then Thursday makes sense because it's an even day.
Is really special.
It is.
We have not unlocked the potential up here. How do we get? Is the mushrooms? The drugs?
I do think that people are really into mushrooms right now.
Yeah, I think mushrooms are hot.
They're very hot.
Yeah, the microdosing.
Some people are using them to sleep. Some people are using them to just like trip out.
Yeah.
I'm good on all that because I'm already I feel like I'm already kind of trippy.
Yeah, just throughout the day.
Yeah, my brain's already doing enough. I don't think that I need to, what do I always say? I don't need to unlock anything.
No.
There's plenty that's already up there, ruminating, bebopping around.
Yeah.
I don't need to add to it. I really don't need to spark anymore.
Okay.
I'm good.
Well, if I get my hands on a mushroom.
I want you to try it.
Yeah.
And you can let me know what's going on.
I mean, Dr. Mark Hyman, he is a big advocate for the microdosing, the fungi movement. Like, he is all about this. And he said years and years and years ago, this was used all the time for medicinal purposes.
Right.
This was not a problem. And then it turned into, now we're going to regulate it. Now the government's getting involved. Now we're going to make it illegal and yada, yada. And so I do think there's a holistic movement trying to come back to and say, hey, leave us alone. Let us have a little nip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but everything's so regulated.
Everything's
We have to take the fun out of everything.
God, so annoying.
Take the fun out of fungi.
Woo!
Hey! Okay, speaking of puns, here's one of the things I need to tell y'all.
Okay.
It's kind of like an update. It's an addendum.
Ooh,
too.
I love an addendum.
So y'all know how we already have been very passionate about UTS. What about UTS?
Yes.
You guys know that we have been very passionate about the rooms to go, using hot to go.
Yes.
That's another thing that we think is very much untapped. Then several of y'all sent me and probably us the Costco hot dogs.
Yes.
And so some kid, it's like literally a little video of a kid standing up looking at the Costco hot bar. And he's like, HOTDOGS, you can get hot dogs for $1.50. Like, so good. This kid obviously is listening to our podcast.
He's a
like
podcat,
a
for
ripe
sure.
7-year-old podcat. But I was like, that is so good too. So if Rooms to Go doesn't pick it up, Costco can absolutely do that. Which then led me into my girls were talking about the Haktua girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she started a podcast.
She started a podcast, you guys.
Did.
But the name is so good.
The name is good. What is it? Talk to me?
Talk to us.
Talk to a.
Instead of Haktua,
Talk to
a.
That's cute.
It's cute.
It's cute.
Now the podcast is terrible.
Oh, I'm
Okay?
sure.
Like, I mean, now that's based on someone's opinion who did try to listen to it. Someone close to me tried to listen to it and was like, this is not it. This is not it. She does not have the gift of gab in a good way.
Yeah.
Okay. You can have the gift of gab like we do.
Yeah.
We're great.
And not everyone should start a podcast. And I think a lot of celebrities or a lot of, one hit moment people, they think, I'm going to capitalize and I'm going to start a podcast. Well, I'm sure she has a ton of downloads.
She has a ton of downloads. She has big advertisers.
So we're out here pinching and scraping together. And meanwhile, Haktua girl, she's probably already with Dear Media.
Haktua is totally fine. And what Haktua girl needs to do on Talktua is she needs to get, this was my brother-in-law's idea. She needs to get 23andMe or Ancestry.com.
Because you spit.
Yes. He's like, okay, I know that you love a jingle. I know that you love to talk about this sort of stuff. You can tell everyone, just give me credit that he thinks that she needs to be repping one of these Ancestry kits because you spit on that thing.
I'm dead.
So you take the Q-tip.
This really could happen.
I mean, it really should, but will the Ancestry and Me of the ilk of those people?
Yeah.
Is this how they want to advertise?
Yeah, because what she was originally talking about
Correct.
was sexual.
Exactly. But why not? What
Why
do you have to
not?
lose?
You could get a whole younger demographic to come over and do it.
Because who is still doing it? We all already know. We all already did it. So who's your next batch of people? It's this demographic. So why wouldn't you?
I can see the
y'all hear it
commercial.
now?
Yeah, I can see it in my mind.
You can see it now. She unwraps the thing. She pulls it out and she goes, "You spit on that thing."
And then she spits
and then puts it back in and then mails and it ships away. And it's like, don't you want to know what your spit says?
And they could be really clever about her results. I feel like they could do something. There's a way to spin it. I just think
there's a way to spin it.
We're giving you billion-dollar ideas here.
Here. And again, only asking for 10%. Only asking for 10%. But I think that the Talk to a girl on her pod needs to have a major advertising moment with 23andMe. And spit on that thing. And you're welcome. You're welcome. Just handing it out for free, left and right here.
I know.
At the All That to Say podcast.
Do we need to go into marketing? Or should we just scrap this completely? Should I pull this down and break down the set
right now? Turn off the candle. That's it.
Just throw this. Break the lights.
I'm not even going to finish the last bit of this 3-day-old coffee. We're done.
And just start a marketing agency.
Maybe we should, Kristen. We're actually very good at it.
We're very good.
But we can't market ourselves.
But we can't market ourselves. We struggle with that. I don't know what the problem is there. But again, is it because, like I was saying earlier, now nothing can be serious anymore.
Right.
No one can take anything seriously anymore. Now, I like that because it's very hard for me to take anything seriously ever. And that's a coping mechanism. And that's me burying pain away. And that's fine. But I think the majority of us are doing that. Everything becomes a joke.
Yes, it is.
They're eating the dogs.
They're eating the cats.
Eat the cats. Eat the cats. I mean, you have less than 24 hours to be serious about something.
I think that's what our problem is. We can't act fast enough. We're just not. Like, it's not in our bones, like, to act fast enough.
So because
we're not having urgency.
No.
We're just like, okay,
well, we'll figure it out.
We'll just get through the day.
But 23andMe, maybe y'all are still trying to be too serious.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
That's what Joshua said too, because he was the one telling me about it. He's like, Aaron has an idea for you. I have to tell you.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, but is that what they're going for? Like, they've never been edgy. It's not the same.
But let them be edgy.
Why not? Like, try it.
It's
just
like
try it
all the social media people for like Wendy's.
I was just about to say it.
All of these companies, Slim Jim, whatever. They've got these young folks running their social media, and they're so clever and they're
doing
so
such a great job.
And they are on the Hawk page. They're dabbling in even things that might seem a little inappropriate.
Yeah.
But they're in what's happening in culture.
They're in the zeitgeist.
They're in the zeitgeist.
And here's the other thing. It's like, even if you feel like that's too risque to say as 23andMe, because they're like, what will our customers think? The same customers who would be clutching their pearls about that have already done the test. You've already gotten their money.
That's true.
So it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter anymore.
You've already gotten my mom and dad's money. I don't even think my mom would be clutching her pearls about this. I think that she would find it very clever.
No, yeah, I don't think she would. What? You just had another idea? I saw it flash across your face.
I did. It just reminded me that my mom, I have big news about my mom.
What?
I have big breaking news. But first, I think we need to break the news to the people that we have our cruise coming up.
Yes, the cruise is, as of this coming out,
1 month away.
This comes out October 1st.
We cruise November 1st.
November 1st is when we cruise.
So we have 1 month till honk.
It kind of works.
It kind of works. It sounds the exact same.
Kind of works.
Okay, so we will be setting sail with the Podcast Cruise on our way to Nassau, Bahamas. And anyway, okay, so we had this idea when we realized, like, oh, well, we're going down to Orlando, to Port Canaveral, all the things. Like, the day before is obviously Halloween. Wouldn't it be fun to go to Disney on Halloween?
Absolutely.
The day before. So Kristen and I originally were like, well, then let's just do that.
Yeah.
Like, we knew how much work would be going into this cruise. We wanted to reward ourselves with a little fun thing.
Correct.
Beforehand.
Yes.
Before we went and had to be like on for 3 days.
Yes. And
right?
I also, could we have tried to come down on November 1st? But for me, I'm like, I need to be in Orlando the day before. I need to know that our bags have arrived.
Yes.
Whatever merch.
She's like, we're going down on the 30th. Yeah. She was
matter what.
She was very adamant that we need to go down on the 31st no matter what, because I need to know that everything's there. If they lose a luggage, if they do whatever,
what saying.
I need to have it. And I said, that's fine by me. So then that means we're like, down there on the 31st. It's Halloween. Should we go to Disney?
Which is so iconic. I just can't believe
iconic.
that I am getting to be in Disney on Halloween. I never thought in my life that I would be doing this.
Well, it's the best.
I'm so excited.
So then it was just kind of, okay, well, let's just do that.
Yeah.
And then it just grew a little bit when people found out, like, yeah, I think we're going to go to Disney day before. Like, oh, well, I can make that happen. Oh, I can make that happen. I can make that happen.
Well, it was some of the like Disney hardcore girlies that we know. And then Josie, of course, the travel agent that's been helping us. She will be with us in Disney as well. And she's kind of helping to coordinate that.
Yes, exactly.
Wait, how does this relate to your mom? Is your mom coming? Wait, what's happening? Is your mom coming to Disney?
Yes.
Oh my God. Wait, where's your mom going to stay?
She's in the room with us.
Oh my.
She's in the room where it happened.
Wait.
We have, that room fits 9. We had 7.
Hang on. It does? It fits 9?
It's a huge 2-bedroom suite. Like, you will not even believe
got
it.
the suite.
We have a 2-bedroom suite at Royal Riviera.
You're right.
Which
Not that I'm like, yes, Mary, just come. But I'm like, how many people can...
It's all good. I checked all of this beforehand. So I've stayed in this suite with Josie and the travel agency before.
Okay.
So it's 2 bedrooms. 1 bedroom has a king. 1 bedroom has two queens.
Okay.
Then the living room, which is a humongous living room, full kitchen, dining room, everything. So then the living room has a pull-out couch, which is a queen, and then it has like this cute little pull-down bed, which is a twin.
I want the pull-down bed.
Okay. Great. You can have that.
Can I? Is that okay?
You can. It was either going to be you, me, or Tiffany. If you want the pull-down one, then Tiffany and I will take one of the queens.
Here's why.
Yeah.
I just
want to be alone.
Well, it's not even that. I just don't sleep well next to anybody. But that particular night, I need to sleep well.
And you will.
Because starting the next day, I'm getting on a cruise and I need to be on and I need to be awake and fun.
I agree.
And I will be very, very sad if I am running on 0 sleep.
I will ensure that you will be okay. I will microdose you to the hilt if I need to.
Get the mushrooms.
I will get the shrooms from Dr. Mike Hyman. You will be fine. But yes, so you can have that. It was either going to be you, me, or Tiffany, I think, taking that one. So now Tiffany and I can take one of the queens.
Okay.
You can have that solo bed.
Will you be okay? I mean, you sleep next to Joshua every night, I guess.
Exactly. Okay. I am at least used to sharing a bed with somebody. Yeah. And I have slept with Tiffany before.
Okay, great.
So we're fine.
Okay.
And so then my mom and, more breaking news, my sister.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-huh. Both of them are going to come down. They are going to do Disney with us. They're going to take the pull-out couch in the living room. And they sleep like logs. They will not bother you.
Oh, yeah. You've told me that about your sister, that
my mom and my sister, like the second their head hits the pillow, they're out, and then they wake up when their alarm goes off.
It's amazing.
They have no problems.
I'm gonna stand over them while they sleep and watch.
Just like a ghost. Like, it is Halloween.
It's Halloween night. I'm going to hover over their bodies. I'm going to put a sheet over my head.
And they won't feel you, and they won't stir, and they won't do anything. They won't bother you. So.
I will bring our candle down. We are totally...
It is my mom and sister who did the seance. Keep in mind, Jackie asked mom for the candles for the seance. They should be very used to this.
Yes.
Those two.
If she looks up and sees it, she just flicks her hand. Meh. Rolls over, goes back to sleep.
It won't even startle my mother. The stuff she's been through, that won't even startle her. So I had told them, like, hey, this is my mom's like, hey, what's the plan? Like, when are you going down? What flight are you on? And that's when I said, well, I'm going down the day before because we're going to go do Disney. We're going to do Epcot, like an epic day at Epcot. And she was like, oh, okay, well, let me talk with your sister and see, when we're going to come down and kind of fit it all in. And I said, Mom, is there any chance you would come to Disney? Like, I'm trying to manage my emotions here because I don't want to get my hopes up too much. My mother has never been. She is 67 years old. My mother has never been to Disney.
Oh, that adds a whole new layer to this.
Oh, just kidding.
Oh, wait, she has been?
I think she chaperoned me there the time that I don't remember going.
Oh, okay. Well, you don't have vivid memories of this then.
I don't. So maybe I have been to. So when I was an all-star cheerleader, y'all know, I think I've told you this. When I was an all-star cheerleader, we would go to Disney to compete, but that I only thought that all I ever did was go to compete at like one of the like, I don't know, what are those things called? Amphitheaters or something.
Yeah, like an arena or something.
I thought that maybe I had gone there, but I had never gone to a park.
But your mom said you did go to the parks.
Well, I was looking for receipts for our, this is one of those things too. When I finally took my kids, I was like, my first time at Disney and I get to see it through my children's eyes and la, 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 la. And then we started this here podcast.
And you found pictures?
I found pictures of me in Animal Kingdom.
No way.
100%.
And I have them. Remember?
No. I have no recollection of this. No, I would have never
So you know
said-
for sure your mom had to have been
Well,
there.
then I think my mom was like a chaperone on one of these trips. So maybe she's been, but I don't know how much she remembers. I certainly remember none of it. But for what I'm trying to say,
In the very least, it's been 30 years.
at least.
Right.
And this time I will remember.
That's right.
Because I have a phone that can take pictures and videos. And I'm just so excited.
Because we can make reels.
Yes. I mean, I just can't believe like I get to have my mom and my sister. My sister has not been since she was married to Drew.
Oh.
That was a very long time ago.
And took the little kids. Yeah.
I think they had planned, she and her new husband, Greg, they were going to go a couple years ago before they had to do an install down there or something for work. And she was like, while we're there, should we go to Disney? I'm like, yes, you should. And so I gave her all the information and they ended up not being able to go. So, and she's never been to Epcot.
And Epcot's the best.
It's the best.
We are very excited that this is what we've chosen.
Yes, we have chosen to do one park in this one day because we don't want to mess with the not so scary Halloween at Magic Kingdom where all the little kids are going to be and everything. So we're going to go to Epcot. We are going to go around the world. We're going to have so much fun. And I'm just so excited that they said yes. So Mom and Jackie are coming with us in our crew of people.
Wow. This is going to be a room. This is going to be
This room.
a room of big personalities.
It sure is.
Don't you think?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can't wait to see how this is all going to shake out. I'm thrilled to bits, but we won't be in it much. We're literally going to we're going to drop our luggage at the hotel once we get off of our flight, have them hold it.
Okay, so they'll just hold our bags. That was my question.
No, they'll hold our bags.
Okay, great. Well, then, do I need to come down in my outfit?
Yeah, or you can change at the hotel still. You just won't have a room. We'll just have to go to the bathroom. Or you can change in the airport bathroom too. You can decide what you're going to do. I will be wearing my outfit down.
Okay, are you Disney bounding? What are you doing?
So I'm going to send out a group text. I want to do villains.
Okay, I'm leaning into Ariel.
She's not a villain.
Okay, well, I could be evil with it, but that's what I'm doing.
Okay, well, fine. I am doing Madame Mim.
Who's that?
I will show you who she is.
From?
She is from Sword in the Stone.
Ooh.
And she is...
Let me see. Shut up.
Yeah.
Look at her hair.
I know. So I wrote Tiffany and I'm like, who are the purple-haired villains? And she's like, there's two. And that's the one I'm going to do.
And it's literally short purple hair.
It's literally my exact shade.
This is amazing.
It's so good. So then I'm going to do, what is it? So then I'm going to do a pink shirt. I'm going to do like this kind of darker and then a little purple sports bra over it. And then I'm going to do like green eye makeup because her eyes are green, but I'm going to do like green eye makeup above.
I think that's so good.
Here, I'll show you guy.
You guy.
See how she has purple
Look
hair?
at the hair.
It's so good.
Oh, I love this.
So I'm going to do that. My other option was this girl.
Yes, and I did like this because we talked about it.
Hades and what is this from? Who is Hades and this girl? I think that they go together, but I can't remember what movie. Hold on.
Not Hercules.
No, I don't.
What is Hades from?
Who is the YZMA and how do you say that? Yzma? Yzma? Whatever movie it is, I've never seen it. But technically, y'all, this girl, she does not have purple hair. She actually has black hair, but all of the accents are purple. And to do this and walk around with it all day.
That would be a lot. I was going to say, because you do have a black athletic dress that would work, but then that would be annoying.
It's just that would get annoying. And even if I decided to do, like, you got to do the big earrings, then on rides, you're taking them in and out.
No.
So for me, Madame Mim,
I love the other one. I'm so excited.
Madame Mim just sounds better.
Yeah.
She's actually technically a pig or something. I don't know.
Not a pig.
I know. Or maybe she's not. I don't know anything because I've never seen this movie either. Shocker. But I'm excited. So I'm going to send out a group text and just say, hey, wear whatever you want. Obviously, I want you to feel pretty. We're going to be taking lots of pictures and videos, and that's all that matters.
But I do want everybody to be like in a theme. I think a theme is good.
I just think it'd be fun. It's Halloween.
Yes.
Like, we've got to do villains, or at least if you want to make your cutie thing a little bit villainized, I'm fine with that.
I mean, I can do evil Ariel. Whatever that is. I already have the Ariel ears, so I was going to wear those.
Okay.
And then, I don't know, maybe something with...
Oh, I'll definitely be wearing ears.
Yeah, you got to wear the ears.
Tiffany is like letting all of us shop through her ears if we would like.
Okay, you can shop through mine too.
I mean, I have a decent amount of ears too, but she has hundreds.
Hundreds?
Hundreds.
Okay, I have like 25.
That's still a lot, though. That's still a lot. I bought you some. I bought you Nora ears.
You did.
They're so pretty. Okay, so anyway, I don't know where I started with my one thing to tell you, but I'm finished here on the fact that our Disney group has grown. And I'm so excited to take my mom and sister there. My sister has never been to Epcot.
Wow.
And just to show them this place I love so much. Truly, I am the best version of myself when I am at Epcot.
Really?
I am. Yes, I am just so happy. It has my favorite ride in Guardians. It has all the countries, which I love so, so much. It has all those food because I usually go during Food and Wine Festival.
The foods at all the countries.
It makes
because
me
you know what?
delighted.
We also just love like little bites of things.
Little bites.
And you can do that in Epcot. You can just get a little bite. You can split something with your friends. Yeah.
I'm so excited to eat around the world. I know some people will be drinking around the world and that's their journey. That's not my journey. Yeah. But also I love the show at the end of the night. I just love everything about Epcot. It is truly my happiest place. So I'm so excited to take my mom and my sister. I'm so excited. Okay, what's your second thing? I started with Hawk Tuah and ended with happiest place on earth.
Okay, well, you know what? Since we're talking about getting little bites at places.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we going to dive into tapas?
I had a revelation, and I know I've known this, and I think we all have known this, but it really came to life for me. So we were somewhere, and we got some food to go in the car. I think we were just in the car.
Food to go.
And we got cookout. Oh. And I like to get their barbecue plate.
Yeah, you do.
That's what I like to get.
I've seen you get it.
I love the barbecue plate because it's got a little bit of everything. I can get that slaw. I can get that meat.
And they have hush puppies.
And they do the hush puppies. And I like a hush puppy. I'm not gorging on the hush puppies. Okay. But all those flavors together.
So good.
Do it for me. Right? Mm-hmm. Well, we had gone through and we didn't have access to any ketchup because there's fries and hush puppies in that box.
Ooh.
Okay. No ketchup. But I did have.
I don't eat ketchup on my fries, so it's no big deal. And I would never eat them on a hush puppy.
Okay, but I did have a Chick-fil-A sauce. So it was a Chick-fil-A buffalo sauce packet in the car.
Okay, yeah, as one always would.
Of course I would.
Yeah, of course.
So I was like, well, I'll just dip into this.
Okay.
And the science behind sauces and flavors
very important
at different restaurants. Truly, my mind was opened to what's going on with that.
Okay, how perfectly things do pair and are thought out.
Yes. Because if you dip a cookout fry into Chick-fil-A buffalo sauce,
right,
it's not hitting.
It's not the same.
Like a waffle fry.
Amen.
Hits in that buffalo sauce.
Absolutely.
And I could
Truer words have never been spoken.
I couldn't get past it.
No.
I continued to eat it, of course.
Because you had to have a sauce.
I had to have a sauce.
Yeah.
But it changed everything.
It made you appreciate that waffle fry even more.
It did.
Yeah.
It changed the flavor and texture of the
nothing's wrong with a cookout fry.
No. I love a cookout fry. But it was changing the flavor of the cookout fry. It was changing the flavor of the sauce. It was, I even put a little bit of, I was like, well, let me try like a little bit of the barbecue in the Chick-fil-A. And I'm like, no. They've created these Chick-fil-A sauces to only be used
to complement
Chick-fil-A food.
Yes, they have. Of course they have.
Oh, and my mind was swirling. Yeah. It was like an episode of House or something.
Well,
I don't know.
Think of the people who are, the Diet Coke girlies.
Yeah. They know the difference.
They know the difference. I've watched a girl on a reel. You know when they do the box?
The box is my favorite.
Yep. And they put it in and they're like, this is the Chick-fil-A Diet Coke. This is the McDonald's Diet Coke. This is a, Cookout Diet Coke, whatever.
Yes.
And the person can, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So y'all, this is a blind taste test. So one's in a can, one's in a bottle, one from Chick-fil-A, one from McDonald's. So they've got 5 or 6?
Yeah.
And they go through and they nail it.
So think of it in that way. This is Diet Coke, which is supposed to be universal from Coca-Cola manufacturing itself. But no. People say the McDonald's one has an extra special sweetener or something in it. This place has this. This place has this. It's the ice with it. How quickly does the ice melt?
The ice, the carbonation.
How quickly think of the shape of an ice cube, right? And so some are
I'm going to think about it.
And they're going to melt quicker. So then that waters down your Diet Coke. How long had they been sitting there when the girl tasted them?
That's true.
That makes a difference.
Someone had to go gather all of that. It's just crazy to me that you would think oh, I can just dip this hush puppy into any old sauce packet that I happen to have in my car. You can't.
No, you can't.
You absolutely cannot.
No. And thank you for bringing this to everybody's attention because I just don't think it's talked about enough.
This
And this is important.
this is what we stand for on this here podcast.
Yes. Well, when it comes to food, we do take it, very
comes to
seriously.
food, y'all know how it be.
Very seriously.
And I immediately wrote it down.
Yeah.
I
like this has to be named and it has to be said out loud. It needs to go on the record.
It needs to go on the record. And
someone's going to say it next week.
And they are.
They are.
Someone on Call Her Daddy is going to say it.
Yep.
Someone on Kristen Cavallari is going to discover sauces on her podcast.
Put it in her next cookbook.
So stupid.
It's so stupid.
But I do want to say podcasts. This also makes me think. Is there a flavor combination that somebody's doing that is hitting, that is working? Has somebody out here figured out, oh, if you take the hot sauce packet from Popeyes and you mix it with a Crunchwrap Supreme, you know,
you know who will figure this out is Smaller Sam, PCOS.
Yeah.
She's the one because she is a sauce girl.
She loves the sauce.
She knows her sauce, but she loves spice.
She does.
The amount of Texas beet,
A lot of heat.
jalapenos.
Yeah.
She is adding those firecracker Quest chips.
Yep.
Like that girl loves, and I'm not like an anti-spice girly, but my God,
She's on another level.
She is on it. And some of these people out here in these streets are.
Yeah.
They just cannot get enough.
Yeah, that's like
they have
Ariana
burned
Grande.
off all their taste buds.
Yeah, there's none left.
Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande.
Yeah, she came out and was like, it's actually Grande, but like everybody calls it Grande, so like I guess I'll just stick with it. I'm like,
Not Grande. Shut up. Stop trying to be relevant. And also,
Girl.
please take your hair back brown. I don't like it blonde. It's not working. And I say what I say. And no one, don't come for me about that.
yeah, she gets real pissed when people comment. They're like, take out the ponytail. She's like, I like the ponytail.
No, but I just don't like the bleach blonde. It's just not Ariana Grande.
No, it's not. It's not Ariana Grande, but she is definitely trying to make it. She's not trying to make it happen, but someone asked her the question like, hey, girl, yeah, I hear that we have been mispronouncing your name all this time. She's like, yeah, it's Grande.
No, that's like with, I will say with Teresa, we were saying for years, Judice. And then it was, no, it's Giudice.
Which would make sense because they're very Italian.
I do like Giudice.
I do too. I like Giudice, but honey, you're the one who introduced us to your name on the show. Go back to the beginning, back to the beginning, Hillary Duff, and you will hear her say herself from her mouth, Judice. I'm Teresa Judice. And I have 4 daughters. I have 4 daughters. And they're all beautiful. Like, she's kind of dumb. So, like, maybe she didn't know how to pronounce her last name. But, honey, if you wanted it to be Giudice from the beginning, you had the power to introduce yourself that way, and you did not.
I just really wish she had because I do like Giudice. I like the sound of that. And I do think that Joe should have corrected her.
I agree with that, too, because it's his surname.
It's his name.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's his name.
Just like DUDEY, just like Grande, it's all the same.
Okay. Well, speaking of a name.
I love a good segue.
Just speaking of a name.
Speaking of a name.
Yeah, speaking of a name. I went to, speaking of a celebrity, that's what I was going to say, but I have the name written in here. And this does tie back in Justin Bieber. Wow. Okay.
Justice for Justin.
Okay. So you went to Hootie.
I sure did.
So someone, Mackenzie Moser is about to have an event with the Independence Fund. You saw that I went to it the other night.
Yes.
Anyway, she called me about a month ago and said, hey, I'm going to plan this event and I'm just wondering if you can come. I mean, wow, to reach out to people individually and ask if they can come before you even send an invite.
Wow.
She has been raised in the South, and you can tell.
Well, that just means you're important.
I guess I'm important, but I felt like she's very important too. So I was just like, hey, girl, what's up? She's like,
is she the real estate girl?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Yes.
And so we were on the same committee for a different Independence Fund event that we had done, and she wanted to do even more. So she's like, I'm going to host one at my parents' house at this new barn that they have built. Absolutely stunning space. She's like, just wanted to let you know personally, that you are invited. I would love for you to come.
That's
Great.
so nice.
Okay. So I go to my calendar, literally on the phone with her still. And I'm like, well, what date are you thinking?
Yeah.
I go to it. And in my calendar, I have typed once again from 5 to 6, Hootie.
Just like with Justin Bieber. When I went to my calendar one day and it just said from 5 to 6, Justin Bieber. And I'm like,
have I done this again?
You have done it again.
Have I done this again?
Hootie.
I'm talking to her on the phone and I'm like, wait, I might be at a Hootie concert. She's like, might? Like, wouldn't you know by now if you're going to a Hootie and the Blowfish concert or not? I'm like, I would not. Surprisingly enough, Mackenzie, you don't listen to the podcast, obviously. I do not know if I'm going to a Hootie concert.
My gosh.
Because last time I ended up at a Justin Bieber concert.
It could be. And you don't know, maybe someone had an extra ticket. They told you to come. You agreed to it. And then you completely forgot.
But none of that even sounded familiar at all. So I said, well, she's on the phone. She goes, well, Hootie is in town that night.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, then let me ask around and see if someone has bought me Hootie tickets. And I'll get back to you. So
you search in your phone,
so I
Hootie?
hang up the phone. I search on my phone, my emails, Ticketmaster account, all the things. I see nothing. I asked Joshua, hey, because he knows how much I love Hootie. So I'm like, are you trying to surprise me with Hootie tickets? And like maybe it automatically populated in my calendar or something. And he's like, I'm absolutely not surprising you with Hootie tickets.
Josh like eats a chip and walks away.
Yeah, he's like,
just like walks to the other room.
No, I'm not. Hey, I'm like, okay, yeah. Well, I mean, that would be pretty cool if you were though, because I really would like that. He's like,
I see you just, you're like a flurry of papers and you're like the cat on the keyboard and you're just like, Hootie. And Josh is just like,
he's like, no. So I for weeks am like asking this person, that person, like, hey, am I going to Hootie? Like anybody. Mom, are we going to Hootie? Because last time I went to a concert, my parents bought tickets.
Right. I remember.
So I was like, are you guys taking me to Hootie? My sister, because we used to listen to it all the time. Are we going to Hootie? No. Okay. So I've said Hootie too many times. I'm annoyed. I've said it too many times.
Say Blowfish.
Yeah. Blowfish.
Yeah.
Okay. So I eventually call Mackenzie back weeks later and I say, I've asked everyone. I'm not going to Hootie. So I'll be at your event.
Great.
See you then.
Yes.
Great. Lo and behold, I see this hoe.
Oh, yeah, I was at Hootie.
I see this hoe post, the night of Hootie. We out here.
I literally just wrote Hootie.
Yeah, just Hootie. And I was like, wait a minute. Did Kristen not invite me? Did she tell me she was, hey, save the date in your calendar for Hootie and then not invite me to it? Not even assume that I wanted a ticket to it?
I didn't know that you liked Hootie.
Excuse me.
It's not me. This is the Beavers.
I know it's the Beavers.
This is the Beavers. And they've wanted us to all come to a Hootie concert with them for years.
But notice the group who was there.
The Halls and us.
And the Beavers.
Yeah, and the Beavers.
So finally I thought to think.
Okay.
When were the four of us girls together last? And I can only assume that Ashley that night said something about going to Hootie.
Oh my gosh. The over-the-top elegante extravaganza.
Yeah. I think, and I could ask Ashley, I have not asked her yet.
Oh my gosh.
I think that night.
I think you're right.
Something about Hootie came up. Maybe a song came on. I don't know. And I was like, I've always wanted to go. And she was like, oh, they're coming. You could put it in your calendar and just save the date. And I did. But then I had no clue who to attribute it to. No clue.
I am dead.
And I should have thought to ask her because I know she's a huge Hootie fan.
I think you are exactly right.
Yeah.
I think that night, because that was end of April.
Yeah.
That was end of April. So we would have known that this concert is coming.
Yep.
Now, Matt and I were struggling to buy tickets because there was some kind of $25 deal. I couldn't figure out how the internet worked and how to do that. He thought I did it and I thought he did it. Neither one of us had done it. So literally days before we bought our tickets. So there was kind of a run up to this.
Okay.
And we, again.
But did you have it saved in your calendar?
Yes, I knew that Hootie was coming because this had been mentioned to us and we kept being like, we're trying to figure it out. So this had been a conversation, but I think you are correct. That night.
Let's call Ashley.
You want to call Ashley?
I guess.
She might think this is an emergency if I call her.
Because you never call her on the phone?
I don't call anybody on the phone.
No, I know, but there's certain people that I never call on the phone either, and that they would probably text her. Ask her, did she tell us to save the date for Hootie? That's what I want to know.
Okay, we're going to
Because keep in mind, she was my date that night. So like we were.
So it could have even been when the two of you were sitting down and you were crying.
It could have been a side conversation. But I was just like, oh, well, it's the Halls, the Timmermans, the Beavers,
You're so right.
and me. And those were the 4 girls who were at that thing. I could just see that being a conversation that we had. And I'm not mad. It's not like, oh my God. And then they left me out.
No.
Because I genuinely, if it were that important to me, if I had remembered, then when I looked at the calendar, I would have been like, oh, I need to touch base with Ashley about this. So it's on me. Like, it's on me. I'm not mad.
Well, I feel bad because I wish.
But I love Hootie.
I didn't know that about you, though.
Cracked Rear View is one. Remember when I talk about like
Now
I've
I
only
know.
ever owned 5 CDs in like my whole entire life?
And that was one?
Well, I actually owned Cracked Rear View cassette tape.
Ooh.
Cassette tape.
That's going way back.
And I was like raised on that cassette tape. Like that's like if I had memories to have, then I would say like that was high school to me. Like Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill,
Yes.
Hootie, Cracked Rear View, All Saints.
Yes.
There were just a few like Tony Braxton on Break My Heart. Like there were a few formidable cassette tapes and CDs, and that was one of them.
Oh.
And my sister and I used to listen to it all the time. That's why I was like, maybe it was
Jackie.
yeah, maybe. But no.
If
But anyway,
had
did y'all have fun?
podcast.
Tell me how much fun y'all had without me.
It really was so fun. It was really neat because Collective Soul was there.
I saw that.
So-
and someone else. And another old school.
Brian Adams, is that
No.
who? I'll be your cry.
Edwin McCain.
Edwin McCain. Sorry, Brian Adams. Where did that come from?
But I did. Brian Adams
yeah,
was huge.
Brian Adams was huge.
He was huge during that time.
Yes, Edwin McCain, Collective Soul, Hootie. So it was really, really neat.
It's like a throwback.
Yes, to relive some of those songs. And you look out and you see the crowd and it's like, okay, yeah, it's all of us in our like 40s and
Yeah,
50s
we're all meant to be here.
that are just vibing and knowing words to these songs that for me I hadn't heard in years. Now,
Yeah.
Ashley and Clint have been to so many Hootie concerts, and
Yes.
that's a thing Hootie people do.
Oh, they travel. They're like the Fish.
Yes.
They are like the Avett Brothers.
Or the Dave Matthews
the
people.
Dave Matthews people. There are a few iconic bands or singers, solo artists, whoever, and they have a traveling group. They will go
Yes.
far away. They will go to Mexico to an international
They'll
show.
do an international.
They will do it. And the Beavers are like that, and the Frasers are like
Yes,
that.
yes.
For a second, I almost reached out to April and was like, did you invite me to Hootie?
Oh my God, you never asked me.
I know, but because I
You
just
didn't think that I would be the Hootie girl.
I would never think that you would go to Hootie.
You're going to ask me about Charlie XCX, but you're not going to ask me about Hootie.
100%.
Yeah.
So if I had, I should have just asked Ashley because I saw her and Clint that we bumped into them at
Yeah.
at one of the CIA.
I wish I had known about your Hootie quest. I really do.
know.
You
I
were on a quest.
I should
like
have
a
texted
wizard.
you and been like, "This is so funny, another Justin Bieber moment," and you would have been like, "Oh no, we're going."
Yes.
Well, I had this Independence Fund event anyway, and I was able to go.
I was going to say, I am glad that you got to go
Yes,
to that.
yes,
It's
I was-
good for you to be there. It
Yes.
looks like it was amazing.
and we got a booking.
We did get a booking. Don't share.
No, we got a booking.
Do not tell people about that.
Podcast guest. So we have a booking, and I was able to see. And this is my last funny story from the night, or of the episode. That while I was there, Greg Olson was there.
Okay.
So Greg was there. The Stewarts were there.
Yeah.
So both the Olsons. I finally got to meet Kara Olson in real life and say, "You do such great work for Levine with your Have a Heart Foundation and the whole thing." And then Greg was there. The funny thing, so for those who don't know, Greg Olson is a big time Carolina Panther.
Yes.
He is he was one of our best tight ends ever to play the game in
Yes.
general, and huge on our team. And they just do amazing work for the community too. He is now a coach at Charlotte Christian. He coaches football. So they're just out and about. They're everywhere.
Yes, they are.
Well, and y'all know I'm a huge Panthers fan. So I have gotten to meet him one time. Years and years and years ago, and then I got to see him the other night as well.
What did you say?
Now, ironically,
What verbal diarrhea came dribbling out of your mouth? Tell
thank
me.
you for knowing me so well.
Tell me what it was.
So he and Kara were standing at just a high top table, and I happened to be at the same table trying to
Okay.
take like video of some speeches and things like that. So they are right next to me, and I turned to Kara and I'm like, I just have to tell you the funniest thing. The last time I met your husband was in whatever year it was, let's say 2013.
Okay.
I was like, I met him at a yoga event, and I just so happened to be, that was my one other skinny adult year. And so I'm like, I don't know why I said this. I had like 2 sips of a Paloma, I swear. But I'm just like, I'm like,
did you say like that you were fat in between?
Yeah, I was like, so it's so funny because like the 2 times I've gotten to see your husband have been in my skinny years.
No.
All the rest of the time I was big. And so he's gonna think like this is just me. Like this is who I am. But no, he has really caught me on like my good years.
I am unwell. I cannot believe that you said this. You cannot say these things about yourself, A.
I like got nervous like when I don't know what to say.
You can't be like, I was so big in between. No, what you should have said was, I've been stunning all this time.
Yeah. Instead, I was like, oh, I think I said it's one of my favorite pictures, and she was like, oh, really? I'm like, well, yeah, because
so thin.
because I'm meeting Greg, but also it's like my one other skinny year in like the last 20. So I just feel like I've like really hit it with him on like my peak seasons.
Greg's the good luck charm.
I guess so. I was just like, oh, thank God he's here. Now I know I might be able to stay thin.
What did she
This
say
is the motivation to keep going, because if I have to see him again, I will not be big.
Oh my gosh.
He's got to get, I just need to keep it going. I need to keep it going for Greg and Greg alone.
Third time's a charm. If you see him a third time and you're thin, you'll be thin forever. I know it.
But
what did she say to you?
She was just like, oh, well, I was about to say you're very fit now. And I was just like, yeah, but that's still a new thing. It's like a new thing minus that 1 year.
But doesn't that feel good to have his wife say to you that you're very fit?
Yeah, because she's stunning. Wow. And she's so tall. I've
never seen her. I don't know.
I've never met her in real life. I've never seen her in real life.
I need to look on his Instagram.
Kara Olsen, she's beautiful and also so tall. I was like, wow, you are so much taller in person. She's like, I'm 5'9". I get that a lot. Yeah.
But he's so tall that
she doesn't look tall.
Yeah, isn't that interesting when that happens?
So freaking tall. Oh, you know who else is tall?
Oh, she is beautiful. Wow.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Wowie zowie. Did you ask her about Christian McCaffrey's wedding?
Oh, I should have.
Oh,
Oh man, she. But you know what? Talking to her means I was one step from Olivia Culpo.
Okay, this is a big deal.
That's a very big deal. Like I hugged her, so that, and I know she hugged Olivia. So yeah, we're just one degree of separation away. Kevin Bacon.
No, that means we could get Olivia on this podcast. Is what it means.
You know what? We might be able to
if we give her that episode where we were standing for her,
standing so hard,
and her wedding dress.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
If this girl.
Yeah.
Carol?
No, Kara.
Kara?
K-A-R-A.
K-A-R-A?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I like that with a K.
Yeah.
Kara?
I know one Kara with a C. All the rest of the Karas I know are with a K.
Kara Olsen. And it sounded like Carol.
Oh, I can see how that sounds like that. No, Kara Olsen.
Okay, I'm going to commit that to memory. And
I'll work on it.
To get Olivia Culpo on this podcast.
Okay. But I'm just like, I don't know what's wrong with me, you guys.
What a beauty.
I don't know what's wrong with me and why I feel like I just felt like I had to say that. It was like one of those things where I've also said when I met Luke Kuechly that I was going to put it into my Christmas card. And I just like, it just doesn't need to be said. I need to edit and just reel it in. Reel it in when I meet some of these people. I was just like, yeah, one of my favorite pictures like I've ever taken in my adult life was with your husband. And then I felt like I had to explain that. Like, because that sounds weird. So then I was like, well, it's because I was skinny. And then she was like, but you're very fit. And I was like, no, I know, but I've been like big. Like in between, I had 2 skinny years and I'm currently in my second one.
You're like, it's like a bell curve.
Yeah.
You've met me on either side of the bell.
Yes. But it was just, I kept going. Like I kept having to explain the next insane thing that came out of my mouth. So then it just kept getting worse and worse. Anyway, I was like, like you do amazing things in the community with your Have a Heart Foundation. And like, we all know it's like the women really like pushing it. Like just because Greg's famous and everything. Like, I know it's you, girl. Like it's all you.
Do you think
and I was just like, bye.
Do you think people interact with you and then you walk away and it's like they've just been hit by a train? Just the train.
Yep.
That's what they hear.
I'm the train of truth.
It's you.
To my demise. And then they are hit by the aftermath.
And then you walk away and they just are.
They're just lying on the tracks.
Whoa.
Yeah. Cuidado.
I'm not surprised at all. I'm glad you went to this event.
Yeah. It was beautiful. Beautiful event. Raised, I hope, a lot of money. There are some big names there.
I can play some Hootie here for you at the house.
Great. I thought you were going to say play Hootie on the way out of this episode.
I will play some for you. And you'll feel like you were there. You can watch all my videos because, it's important to video when you're at concerts so that you can always go back and watch those.
Yeah.
Said nobody ever.
Nobody ever.
Why am I filming 30 minutes worth of video of this concert?
You really did.
I'm never going to go back and watch
And
this.
you uploaded a lot of it.
I did some of it. Well, I wanted people to hear like the songs and also that he does have a good voice live.
He has a great voice live. I noticed that.
I felt that people needed to appreciate that because not everybody does when it's coming over that speaker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When it's
I appreciated it.
when it comes over that speaker,
It was almost like I was there.
yeah.
It's my fault. It's my bad. It's not yours.
Ashley's going to text back and feel bad.
Oh, but she shouldn't. And she'll listen to me I'm 100% being honest
Do
about
not feel
this.
bad. And I'm going
No.
to text you right now as I push this button because we're going to be continued. But I am going to text you, Ashley. Do not feel bad.
Do not feel bad at all.
You're one of the sweetest people
Yes.
on planet Earth.
It's I know my Hootie friends. I very simply could have been like, was it with you?
Yeah,
Are we going?
You know your Hootie friends.
I know my Hootie friends. It's fine. To be continued on the next concert I'll forget to go to. I'll forget.
I
I just said
forget.
I'll forget.